I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting pretty. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
Okay, so hello and welcome to the Horror for Dummies podcast. This is the show that comes to you weekly that teaches a thing or two to the dumbest little guy about the genre we love. This is episode 210, and this is another one of our awesome Patreon picks, picked by our fabulous Patreon, Heather Powell. God bless you. I am Tim, and with me is Mushroom. That was my Bob Ross introduction. How do you think that went? Is that alright? Do you like that?
It's okay. It was okay. I like it.
Do you want me to?
Zannies for breakfast, but
Do you want me to try another?
what's going on?
Let me.
Yeah,
give me one go.
Hit me with another one.
Okay.
Because like,
Give me a second. I'll just pick. I'll think of something else. Right, here we go.
all right.
Oh yeah, it's the Horror for Dummies podcast. Oh yeah, this is episode 210, and welcome to the show. We are the show, oh yeah, that brings the funny to the weekly and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, this is dedicated to Miss Heather Powell. Yeah, that was my Macho Man Randy Savage intro. Was that any better?
Okay. Give me the first one again.
How about I give you a third option? Right. This is the third option.
Give me a third option.
Okay. Here.
Because I'm like, look, they're much of a muchness. Like the Randy is good, but the Ross has been soothing. So let's see what.
Okay, I'll give you a third option.
Yeah.
Here's a third option. This is my Samuel L. Jackson introduction. All right, you ready? Welcome to Horror for Dummies, motherfucker.
I'm like, is he gonna play this?
I couldn't keep a straight face doing that. Fuck it. It is Horror for Dummies time, and this is episode 210. Welcome once and all. We are the podcast that comes to you weekly that teaches a thing or two to the dumbest little guy about the genre we love. You know what? I'm going to do my. I'm going to channel my inner Scott Crawford here and give you a introduction on myself that goes
direction?
for that. Well, yeah, but I'm going to give you an introduction on myself that lasts for 10 hours. All right?
Okay.
I am your host, Tim Davis, the man of 1,000 holds, who is made entirely from twisted steel and sex appeal. I am the shaman of sexy. I am the most genetically jacked, athletically stacked, living legend walking today. That's right, it's me, it's Timmy D. And with me is a man who you all know his name. His name is insignificant because over here we call him Mushroom Man. What up, buddy?
What up? I feel like I wasted my random intro, so I'll just say cowbunga.
That's a good one.
I don't know, man. Yeah, cowbunga's fun. Yeah, how's things? Yeah. That's a lot of intro. Everybody doesn't expect 3 times as good show.
I've been listening to a lot of Friday Nightmares podcasts this week, and
that's a good thing to do with your time.
It is. Scott tends to take about 2 hours of that show and introduce himself. So I thought I would just come in with my own special introduction.
I do love these intros.
They are great. I'm not as talented as Scott, and I can't come up with my own creative one. Half of the shit I just said is stolen from wrestling quotes. So yeah. But no, I've been good, man.
Cool shit to say on your podcast search.
Okay, don't search up my web history. But no, I've been good, man. I've been good. I had my anniversary this week, 4 years married. And my wife...
Your wife?
My wife got me the raddest fucking present.
Very nice.
She got me a Predator figurine, which is just glorious. If you had me on Facebook, I posted a picture of it, and it just looks glorious. I am like in full Predator mode because the new movie hits next week. So,
Jose, you just bought a van and shit.
Yeah, fuck me. It took me a second. Yeah, and what I bought her for our anniversary, I bought her a pack of cigarettes.
Did you give her a Lucky at least?
No, I forgot all about that. Luckies.
What, Luckies?
Fucking hell. Yeah, no. Yeah, I bought her a bunch of roses and a pack of cigarettes because I thought, yeah, like I can give her something that's like that she like will like, or I'll give her something that she could use, which is a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go.
You are stressful. Also, they're like $80 a packet or some fucking bullshit nowadays.
So I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. And yeah, $50 for a pack of 30. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, that was
some bullshit.
That was rough.
Mine are like $60 now whenever I buy a packet. Not that I smoke anymore because heart attack, blah blah blah. But like,
but when you decide you want to have one,
but when I decide I want to have an occasional one because I'm an adult and I can make my own goddamn choices, they're fucking so expensive.
Yeah, it's bullshit, man.
Glad I stopped, and not just for the heart attack, but for the money.
I don't know how I could afford it if I started smoking again.
Neither, dude, because I'm like Benny's or nothing.
Oh, you smoked the expensive shit. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the cheap shit. The one that like when you pull out the cigarette, half the shit comes out of it.
In the holiday reds and shit.
Don't be knocking those reds. Anyway, this is a great fucking start talking about cigarettes.
And nano smokes.
Let's
regional tobacco products. You all into it?
Yeah. Let's start this goddamn show. This is episode 210, and this is a Patreon pick here. This one is dedicated to our good friend, our sexy friend from the Canadian wilderness
place.
Waterdown, Ontario, Canada. I know that because I've been listening to so much Friday Nightmares. But this one's dedicated to our friend Heather Powell from the Friday Nightmares podcast. And she has asked us to do a movie that, quite honestly, I probably would never, ever have reviewed on this show. Because I don't think it's a movie that many people have seen. Also, it is not streaming anywhere for us anyway. I don't know about America or Canada or France or anywhere. But yeah, it's not streaming anywhere for us. We had to go above and beyond
to all our French listeners.
You're so far behind. Are you lagging?
Am I lagging?
Yeah.
Just brain wise. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Like our actual connection's good, but just like my finger.
Yeah.
No good.
Clearly. Anyway, yeah, so the movie we're talking about is a movie from 2015 called Landmine Goes Click. And that is the movie we're going to be talking about. On top of that, on our Raw review, we're looking at...
Spoilers.
What spoilers?
Well, Landmine Goes Click. You're assuming it's going to go off.
Yeah, that's what landmines do. You fuck.
I guess. Spoilers, though. I think you shouldn't have spoilers in your title.
Anyway, on our Raw review, we're going to be looking at the new Scott Derrickson film called The Black Phone, which is now out at cinemas. And I believe Luffy has an extra little review that he would like to talk about. Did you get a chance to watch?
I sure do.
What is it?
I actually did 2 extra credits.
Which ones?
I did, oh my god, I've totally forgotten the fucking name of it.
Crimes of the Future.
The Crimes of the Future I did.
Yep.
And I finished watching, because I had to watch it in like 3 parts, Jurassic, whatever the new one is.
Okay, you got to talk about all 3 of those movies. Actually, let's just start it off. Why don't you talk about Dominion, Jurassic Park Dominion, because I can't wait to hear what you think. The floor is yours. I'm not going to interrupt you. I just want to let you go for it. Boom.
What the fuck, man? Did 2-year-olds write this fucking movie? And like, was someone just given a copy of like the original Jurassic Park, and they're like, "You see this? Can we put as much of this into this movie as possible? Oh, and also they're going to give them Jurassic World, and then put as much of this in this movie as possible as well, please, and just kind of pair them up where you can."
Yep.
Is that it? Right? Like, it was completely pointless.
Yep.
There was nothing interesting. The bad things, the scariest thing was fucking locusts. Mm-hmm. On fire bugs, which, hey, I'll give it to you. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
On fire locusts.
Yeah.
Giant ones.
Yeah, no,
that's
fair
scary.
enough. That is scary. But compared to a fucking velociraptor or a T-Rex...
Yeah. Also, then they shimmied in some Godzilla at the end. For no reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, legit, like, what is happening? Everyone, like, the older actors just seemed to be there. I'm like, alright. The dialogue was written like it was, like, from a 2-year-old. Nothing made any sense. At all.
Yep.
I remember one scene in particular, and this is a fucking 2.5-hour movie, right? Mm-hmm. Where they film them landing at the airport, like, Ellie and Grant, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then getting into a helicopter with the other dude to do some more exposition.
Yeah.
But it was a whole scene. And I was like, why was this 2 scenes?
Yeah.
Why did we need to see this? Mm-hmm. Because we needed to see this dude get in the plane with him? Like, what the fuck was the point? Like, your movie's already 2.5 hours long.
I know.
And there's no dinosaurs in it, barely. When there is, it's just homages to the old ones.
Yeah.
That's like when the can popped up, the fucking Newman can. That, like, from the first Jurassic Park, the Bubba whatever one.
The what?
The shaving cream
Oh,
can.
yes, yeah.
And it's like, nobody would know what that is. Mm-hmm. The only person who knew what that is was Newman, and he's dead.
Well, didn't he give it to someone?
No, he was trying to give it to someone, then he died, right? He got
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
he got killed by the Dillos.
Yeah, you're right. He got paid, and then, yeah,
He's the
didn't deliver.
only person, him and the other guy he was going to give it to,
Yeah.
are the only people that knew about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would fucking Tim Cook know about it?
I don't know.
Sorry, Jurassic World's Tim Cook know about it. Like, I'm like, who the fuck would even know what this is? And like, so many Dillo attacks. Like, so many.
Yeah.
And then just fucking any of their dialogue was stupid. Also, they had that whole sequence where they were like, oh, we've got to turn off the we've got to make sure that thing is on so the dinosaurs don't attack us in the air.
Yeah.
Right? And then they land the fucking plane, the helicopter thing, where all the fucking dinosaurs are.
Yeah. It's a thought-out movie.
So what was the point of that?
We
Also,
Yeah.
the weird shit with blue and stuff, where it's just like, oh, anyone could... That stupid triangle thing, where they're like, we're gonna flank them. Fucking stupid. Fuck.
Yeah.
What? Like, it wasn't at all scary. It was like, oh, we're gonna, like... It's like a movie with a message about environmentalism and shit. I'm like, no, it's not. It's stupid. Everything is stupid. Everything was like member berries, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was like member berries from the first one and member berries from World.
Yeah.
And then, like, the clone girl is stupid. And then the scientist man needed the girl to...
Spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh, don't watch it. Don't watch it.
I told you, man. I told you.
I started it.
I know,
wanted to finish it. Plus, I needed some movies for my worst stops.
Yeah, fair enough. Were you, like, the first hour, were you, like, invested? Like, were you...
No.
What-
I did not care.
Yeah, I was so bored that first hour, like, I was falling asleep.
Yeah, it was rough. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wanted to, because I was like, you know what, he hated it, so maybe it usually means that I might like it. Well, maybe I'll say something deeper to it or something shit like that. But like,
So out of 10, what would you give it?
a deuce.
Wow.
A big fucking steaming deuce.
You
out of 10.
are lower than me. I gave it a 3, and I thought like
It was pointless.
Yeah.
It was completely pointless. Like, I thought the last movie was pointless, and I think I remember us talking about it for a second, and just describing what I didn't like about that movie, and you're like, huh.
I mean, at least the last one, Fallen Kingdom, has
What's
like
it called? Dominion?
Dominion is this newest one.
Yeah.
The previous one is Fallen Kingdom.
Look, if you convinced me to go up to a 3, I could maybe, but this is a big movie. It should know better.
Yeah, that's its problem. Like, if this was like a low budget movie, like you'd give it at least like a 6 because like, wow, the effects look great for a low budget movie.
Yeah. Also, why did the helicopter pilot just decide to help? Stupid.
Plot development.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah. Like, yeah, at least with Fallen Kingdom, like, that movie jumped the shark like crazy, but at least it was, like, entertaining. You weren't bored during it.
Yeah.
Like, you might have been giggling to yourself going, that's dumb, but at least it wasn't boring.
There was no tension. The scenes where I was, like, definitely supposed to be feeling some sort of tension.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Because you don't,
Like-
none of the characters, you know they're all safe.
Yeah.
I didn't feel worried for anyone.
No.
And this is
Like-
exactly why. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to go on another rant that people are pissed off about. Don't worry.
Go on, let's upset some people.
All right, fuck it. This is why I love the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Yeah, do it. Get him.
No, quick. I'll just quickly add this in here.
Go.
Everyone's like,
Hit it.
well, why did they bring back Hardesty, Sally Hardesty, like the legacy character from that, just to kill her off? I'm like, I love that. I fucking love that because every other movie where they bring back legacy
think they're gonna
characters
do
in,
it.
yeah, every other movie like Scream and like Halloween and
Scream killed someone.
okay, fine, one example, but yeah, like Texas Chainsaw fucking went there, and they showed that not every legacy character is safe. You know, they can
Legacy
be,
this,
they're
bitch.
still as vulnerable as they were in the first movie. You know, it would have been fucking great if in this movie at least someone died, someone memorable, not fucking background characters that you don't know.
I didn't only the bad guys died in this, really.
Yeah, but
Spoilers.
was there anyone that you like knew of that got eaten?
No, but like even of the main cast, like the old couple and Jeff Goldblum are weird in this. They didn't feel like
No.
It was like, and look, I love Sam Neill. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it was like he forgot what accent he did.
He forgot like a lot of shit. Like he played second fiddle to everyone in this movie.
Like I'm like, you don't sound like Alan Grant, Sam Neill, today. Like when you showed up to work for these 2 days, I'm assuming you were on set. It just felt completely phoned in, and even like Laura Dern, who's another fantastic actress, fucking phoned it in like shit. And Jeff Goldblum is just Jeff Goldblum now. He doesn't play characters anymore.
No. Yeah, that's true. Jeff, we just want you to be yourself. All right.
I don't know if I can do that. Thespian.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and like fucking Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas, whatever. I don't care. And that little kid who's a clone, who gives a shit? Not me, that's for sure.
Do you know how old I was when I found out that Bryce Dallas Howard was Ron Howard's daughter?
I was today years old. No, I don't know what.
I was 34 years old. I found out last week. I didn't know. I did not know that she's fucking
man.
Happy Days daughter.
That's why they're both gingies.
Oh, I should have thought. Two
Yeah, all the
gingers.
rangers are related. They're all inbred.
This is why they don't have souls.
Yeah. They're all inbred and evil.
We've just alienated all of our ginger listeners. I fucking...
Yeah, take that, you fucking pack of rangers.
I love redheads. I search up redhead porn all the time. Because redheads...
I do, too.
Redheads are hot. Like...
Yeah, I'll take a redhead. I have a redhead thing.
Anyway, alright, so we'll get to the rest of the movies in a second, but I think this is about the time of the show where we ask...
So that was my extra credits.
You did well. You did well.
Yeah. Fucking dinosaurs.
Let's ask a question of the week.
Question of the week.
What a fucking awful time. I'm so glad I didn't see this at the movies. Like, I literally had an hour left at one point, and I was like, I don't know if I want to. I, like, wasn't gonna. Because I was like, I don't care. I hope they all get eaten by dinosaurs. Like, they're all out in the world now, and nothing bad's happening. Everyone's just, like, coexisting with dinosaurs. Do they just forget they need to eat meat now?
Yeah.
Are they just eating fucking chowing down on Beyond Burgers and shit?
Uh-huh.
Like, what the fuck? It should be a nightmare hellscape where every fucking waking moment is fear.
Yeah.
So I'm so disappointed because I'm like, they all got out and I was like, oh yeah, anarchy fucking dinosaur movie, dude. Mm-hmm. Post-apocalyptic T-Rexes and shit.
Uh-huh. Next movie, next Jurassic World movie they're going to make is going to be just like Mad Max on dinosaurs. Fucking
Jurassic World, Chris Pratt walks around for 2 hours putting his hand up to shit.
Sure. Fuck that. Anyway, alright, question of the week. Here we are. So the question for last week was, and we did a poll question, if you could bring back one horror director from the dead to direct one more horror movie, who would it be and why? And the choices we had here listed here were Stanley Kubrick, Alfred Hitchcock, Mario Bava, Toby Hooper, George Romero, and Wes Craven. And I also had another option for other. I'll get to the comments first, and then we'll talk about who won. So, Trucker Trent said, I'd love to see what Hitchcock would do with modern equipment. That's interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Donanelli says, Bava, for Trucker's reasons below. I'm tempted for Fulci, though, so I'll cheat and say both of them, giving us a creepshow anthology for a Masters of Italian horror genre effort.
No cheating.
Well, no, he didn't cheat. There's other, so...
Oh, you lucky.
Marcy Papandrea says, I would love to see what Wes would have done with Scream 5, to be honest. Or as Rob would say, 5 green.
I can't wait for 6 green.
It's a fuck. I fucking love it when he says that. She says...
Is it 6 green? Is that happening?
Yeah, next week. No, next week. Yeah, next year.
Next week? Shit, Tim. Dropping fucking news bombs.
Next year. Marcy continues, I would also love to have seen something final from Romero and Hooper. Interesting. Randy Blanford commented on that saying, same, I liked 5 Green, but would love to see what Wes would have done with it. Jerry Herring says Bava all day. Tim Walker says Bava. And Zim Vader coming in last and said, Zim always comes in with the best fucking comments. They make me laugh.
I already know it's going to be hilarious.
He said, Rob Zombie. He's been dead to me since Halloween 2, so I vote Rob Zombie.
He wants the old zombie back.
All right, so we'll go from least to most votes. So, least with...
I thought it was a poll.
That's right. Least comes in with 4%. That's just other. So then we got 9% for Stanley Kubrick.
Cool.
Tied with also 9% for Toby Hooper.
Yep.
Then we've got tied as well. On 12%, we've got George Romero and Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay.
Then coming in second, we got the 17%, Mario Bava.
Okay.
And then,
I like the Bava.
And then winning with a nice 34%, we've got Wes Craven.
Nice.
So there we go.
Nice.
Interesting. I think I probably would have chosen Wes Craven out of all those.
I would have chosen whatever I chose last week.
Stanley Kubrick.
Cool.
All right, on to this week's question, and we're going to do another poll, and this one is a bit of a backstory I have. and I'm going to piss someone off because that's what I like to do. So last weekend, I had my daughter's birthday party, and we had a few drinks, and I had a couple of friends staying over. My good friends Sam and Dan, who, if you're listening, hi.
Hi.
And we're playing this board game. It's called Blockbuster, and basically it's like kind of like a you get a card and it has like for example, name movies with dogs in them, right? And you got to go back. You got to go back and forth and list as many dog movies as you can. Shut up! You got to list as many dog movies as you can before the other person.
Lassie.
Oh my fucking god!
101 Dalmatians.
All right.
Cujo.
Anyway, so
that's a horror.
we were playing that game, right? And one of the questions was giant monster movies, and
Godzilla.
And me and my friend Sam, we're against each other, and we're just listing off movies like Godzilla, King Kong, Host, Cloverfield, all that stuff. And I said Jaws. And we had a big, huge debate. She's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean, no? She's like, it's not a monster. I'm like, yes, it is a monster.
No.
Jaws is a
shark.
Jaws is a monster movie.
It's not a monster. It's not a giant monster.
Yes, it is. It's a giant shark.
It's a large shark.
Okay.
It's not a giant shark.
You know what? I'm going to use the same fucking attack that I used on her to you.
Okay.
She goes,
spinning heel kick.
Is Jaws a monster movie? I searched up on Google, right? And this is what it says, straight up the first thing. Steven Spielberg has directed 2 of the greatest monster movies of all time. Jaws and Dino Action Jurassic Park. Boom, mic drop.
No.
Yep.
What, because you found one article that got it wrong?
It's not an argument. It is. Jaws is a monster movie. Anyway, that's the question of this week. We're doing another poll. Is Jaws a monster movie? And if it comes back with most people saying no, I will apologise. And I won't back down and say it's definitely not a monster movie because that's my opinion. I think it is. But I will apologise to Sam. But if it comes back yes, most people saying that Jaws is a monster movie,
what are you going to make Sam do?
I'm going to fucking show her this episode and prove her wrong. Bitch.
Yeah, nice.
Bitch.
That'll show up.
Anyway, so yeah, let me know, is Jaws a monster movie? Yes or no? Hit me up on the Facebook group page, Horror for Dummies Super Friends. Jaws is definitely a monster movie.
It's not though.
Yes, it is. Anyway, let's get into this week's movie, our feature presentation. It's a creature feature.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you because you're just going to do dumb shit like no, aren't ya?
No.
Anyway, are you ready to talk about this week's movie picked by Heather Powell?
No.
She's our pal. I'm that fucking good. Did you hear that? That just happened. That's right. All right, here we go. Feature.
I think I have cancer.
Feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
There was a girl. I was in love with her. And Alicia, do you take Daniel to be your lawfully wedded husband? There's a part to the story that you two don't know. That's our stuff you're stealing, asshole!
Daniel! Please don't do this. Please don't leave me like this, man.
What's wrong? That right there is an East German model SMI 35 landmine.
If he moves, we all die.
There wasn't anybody to help for miles.
If I can't move, stop being a fucking asshole. Shit!
How help?
Come back in 3 years when I ain't got bones full of lead, antimony tears, when I ain't got cadmium veins and drugs for my brain. A good man to love, but my love won't obey. I got tooth decay and I can't pay.
I like how the cover is the rape.
Holy shit, I just realised that. So, fuck. Here we are with feature presentation. If you guys haven't seen this movie, Landmine Goes Quick, we are going to be talking about it in full spoiler detail. So if you do want to see this movie, let me give you the premise first. Basically, this movie is about... I'm not going to tell you the IMDb plot synopsis because it kind of gives too much away. But basically, the premise of the story, and this is what I told my wife to try and get her to watch it with me. She said no, and luckily. But basically, we have 3 young kids. They're like college age, and they're walking through... What country were they in?
Georgia.
No,
Georgia. European Georgia.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Georgia,
No,
like
I'm
American
like
Georgia.
For once, I'm not being a penis.
Okay.
It's Georgia.
All right. So a European country called Georgia. They're like hiking through there, and one of these kids manages to step on a landmine. Now, he doesn't step off it, so it doesn't explode. But the whole premise is, it's basically a survival horror movie of how they're going to get this guy off the landmine before it explodes. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Slash another type of movie that is spoilers.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. So if that does interest you, go and check this movie out. I will say right now, it's probably a movie worth checking out. I think so
too. It was interesting.
We'll get to full thoughts in a second. But yeah, if that rocks your boat, go and check it out and come back and listen to our thoughts on it. Unfortunately, you're probably going to have to try and find it somewhere because it's not streaming anywhere. I don't know where you can find it.
I don't know.
Did you watch it by other means necessary?
Yeah, I watched it by necessary other means.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't even think you can rent this in Australia anywhere. I'm just searching up right now.
I didn't even watch it by like my normal necessary other means. I had to like.
Oh no! Okay, so you can watch it. You can rent it on Fetch for $2.99. You can rent it as well on Microsoft Store for $3.99. So there are ways you can watch it. So there you go. But it's not streaming. But I think it's worth a $2.99 rental on Fetch.
It's not bad. Yeah.
So, but yeah. With that being said, here we go. We are diving deep into this movie. So don't be cranky at us. So, okay, this movie stars Sterling Knight as Chris, who has done other movies like 17 Again with Zac Efron, and he's just done a whole bunch of like fucking...
I swear I've seen him in something.
Disney Channel movies. Yeah, you probably watched him on one of your favourite Disney Channel movies.
Yeah, we're trying to see. Oh, I think it's maybe from Sunny with a Chance to Meet. What, Sunny with a Chance?
Well, I mean, that's an animated movie, so I don't know how you'd see him.
Not with me. It was that stupid Disney show with what's her fuck in it? Demi Lovato's.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Anyway, we also have Spencer Locke in this. She's actually been in a few things. She was in Insidious, The Last Key. She was in Resident Evil, Extinction, and Afterlife. She played the character of Kmart. She was in a movie called The Final Wish, which starred Lynn Shay, another horror movie. So she's been in and around horror. And this also stars, and I'm going to butcher his name, but Kote Tolodava as
Tolodava, yeah.
Isla.
R.I.P.
Yeah. He died like the same year this movie came out, at the age of 35. I did search up how he died. It was medical reasons. It wasn't like suicide or anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, heart attack. That's right. That's what it was. How did I forget
shit.
that? Yeah, he died of a heart attack at the age of 30.
How old was he?
35.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
But I mean, he's bigger than you, so Yeah.
Celebrity-wise, yeah, I guess I haven't done any movie.
And he honestly hasn't done anything that that I know. It's all like Europe.
Well, nothing lately, really.
Fuck. It's all like European movies that I've never even seen. It's all in different language, so yeah,
Makes sense.
yep. This is directed by Levin Bakia. Yep,
Yep.
I'm going to go with it. He also did a movie called 247 Degrees Fahrenheit, which is basically kids get locked into a sauna.
Oh man, they must get so sweaty in there.
Yeah, and that one stars Scout Taylor Compton, who...
Oh.
Very nice. That one wasn't bad,
Oh, yeah?
actually. I actually kind of enjoyed that movie. Beyond that, he's just done a lot of movies from his homeland. Alright, so... Landmine goes quick.
She is very nice.
You know her. She was in, like, Halloween and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Landmine goes quick. Alright, so I'm going to just go out there and guess that this was your first time watching this movie.
Sure was, my dude.
Did you know of this movie before watching it?
I swear, like I've heard of it or something.
Yep.
Before, probably from Heather.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd never seen it. I think it was like maybe on DVD. I think 2015 might have been around the time I was working JB Hi-Fi, so maybe I saw.
Yeah, okay, you probably saw it.
Maybe there was a DVD of it or something.
Okay. So this premise here, like a dude steps on a landmine, did that interest you at all?
Honestly, I was like, how are they going to make a movie out of this? Mm-hmm. Because he fucking steps on it and he stays on it, or he doesn't stay on it, it fucking blows up.
Yeah.
What? How much?
Well, like, so
How much can you do with it? Going into it.
Yeah. So I have seen this movie before. I saw it probably a couple of years ago now, and I remember liking it. But I remembered like key scenes from it, but I didn't remember how it wrapped around. But going into it for the first time, I was like, this is an interesting premise, and I'm a sucker for survival horror films, so I like that whole element of what's going to happen, how are they going to wrap this movie around this plot.
Yeah, it's like 47 meters down kind of shit, where it's like, how are you gonna? Like, the premise seems to be the whole movie, but like, how are you gonna actually stretch it into a movie?
Exactly. This movie takes a massive turn that I didn't expect, and I'm guessing you didn't either.
I had no idea about this movie coming into it, so yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you... Now, watching it now, we'll get into our actual thoughts now. I'm just going to bum rush you and tell you my thoughts for...
Ilya, no.
Thoughts first. Fucking hell. Alright.
There you go.
You ready?
Yep.
Landmine goes quick. Straight up. I don't like this movie. I don't find any joy in this at all. I find it sick, disturbing, and quite honestly, this movie pissed me off for many reasons. Quite honestly, I don't want to talk about this movie, but here we are, so let's discuss it. Luffy, what do you think about this movie?
I liked it. I dug it.
Alright.
I thought it was interesting. I was like, actually, like, look, yeah, it's fucked up, right? It's a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
What? I like a fucked up movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like... Because I was poo-pooing it, man. When I started, I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm like... But, honestly, like, once I got to know the characters a little bit more, I was, like, invested, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's start. I'm going to break down exactly why I don't like this movie, okay?
I can guess, but yeah.
Just let me go on this rant, okay?
Rant away, my brother.
Alright. So, this movie made me feel uncomfortable. On paper, I like this story, right? The three kids go hiking and one steps on a landmine. What do? I love this premise. But that story is only surface level. This film goes way too dark for me. I am in no way, shape or form a fan of rape revenge films. I get absolutely no joy from watching rape on film, and I think it's disgusting and wrong in the worst way. Things like rape, young child death, and abuse against women on film does nothing but anger me, and I don't want to watch it. I love horror movies for many reasons. Monsters, gore, scares, creepy, fucked up shit, interesting stories, incredible and weirdly beautiful set designs, etc., etc. There are so many reasons why I'm a horror fan, but I cannot, for the love of all fuck, get behind rape revenge films. I'm not saying that I avoid them all, or that I instantly hate them. Some of them are really good. Take Revenge from 2017. That movie was an absolute blast, and that's probably the only one I will watch because it has so much, besides the rape part, that's rewatchable. That movie actually made my top 10 because it's masterfully done. Yeah, it's so beautifully shot, and some of the gore is just great. But films like Landmine Goes Quick, I put this, and just hear me out, I put this in the same camp as a Serbian film. Yes, it's not as controversial as a Serbian film, but as I sat there and watched the credits roll, I was thinking to myself, why? Why was this made? What was the point of this? To piss people off. Like there was nothing, I got no joy in this movie at all. I understand that things like this happen in our world, and that is very much a this could happen to you type horror movie, but I'm not a fan of this type of stuff. It's the same with true crime stuff. Like, when people find out that I'm a horror fan, they instantly think I must also love true crime stuff as well. I get it all the time. Or do you like true crime documentaries? I hate that shit. I don't like it. I don't like real life violence. Serial killer stuff, you know? I like my horror to have more of a Hollywood feel to it, or a supernatural kind of feel to it. It's hard to explain, like Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love those films, and they're real people killing people. But films like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, or Snowtown, I can't get behind them. They're just not for me. They're just too real, if that makes sense. I get it that this movie proves that two wrongs don't make a right. This guy was fucked over, yes. Yes, he sinned, but his crimes were not worth what happened to him. I get it. And he was out for revenge. I 100% get that, but why bring innocent people into this? The ending of this movie just made me feel sick to my stomach. And when I sat there watching the credits, I was like, I just had no joy at all. I was just like, I just did not like it at all. I do have positives of this movie. I do. Don't get me wrong. But I'll digress, and I'll let you speak your part.
No, man, look, it's not a for everyone movie. Mm-hmm. For sure. It's super dark. It's fucked up. It's, like, eerily real. Right? Like, this could, like, totally happen.
Yeah, this could happen to you type horror film.
Yeah. And I was like I said, I was invested in these characters. Mm-hmm. So when, like, the hectic shit happened, I was like, you know, it's an upsetting movie. Like, that's what it's meant to be.
Yeah, I get that. But, like, there was too much of stuff. For example, okay, the rape scene in this went for too long.
A long rape scene.
It got to the point where I'm like, I don't want to watch. Like, I really don't want to watch this, because then I started thinking about, what if that was my daughter? What if that was my wife? You know, I fucking hate that shit.
Well, if you were thinking that earlier. It's bad news for you.
Yeah, but I get it that this movie is meant to sadden you and all that stuff. Like, horror brings out all different types of emotions to you, and that's another reason why I love the horror genre. Like, horror can make you scared, it can make you sad, it can make you angry, and all that different stuff, and that's all well and good. But
would you even count this as horror?
Not really. It's more crime.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean, it's horror because I do put it in the horror camp because it is disturbing, and I've always said horror is there to scare you / disturb you. So I put that in this I put it in this camp, yeah. But yes, if a normal person was watching this movie, they would have been like, no, this is a true crime movie. Which is maybe why, it's another reason why I don't like it, because I don't like true crime stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy true crime stuff. I always, like, since I was a little fucking shitty teenager, I always found that shit fascinating.
And most people that listen to this show do.
Probably do.
Yeah, they do like it. I think I'm like one of the only people I know of that doesn't like true crime.
And I get it. It's probably a fucking healthier way to be. Being obsessed with death and murder and shit.
Like, yeah, that's why I watch. Like, I don't need to fantasize about people getting killed or anything like that. I'd rather just watch Leatherface do it. Be like, I'm good.
That's fair enough. Yeah, man, I don't know. So, like, when all the fuck shit happens, and there's so many twisty turnies that just make it worse in this movie, right? And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, fuck, man. I'm like, Jesus. So it was fun. But like I said, I enjoy, like, a positive experience and a fucking completely negative experience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I like... If a movie can elicit a response out of me, and this one certainly did...
Yeah.
It's a plus. And I get, like... Because sometimes some of those things are, like... I feel like, yeah, you could be right for you, like... Maybe this was... shocking for shocking's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you got from it, that's what you got from it.
Yep.
I didn't so much. I think it was torturous to be torturous.
Yeah. Exactly.
If that makes any...
No.
If that was different at all.
That makes 100% sense.
Like, I think it was purposefully hard to watch because it should be hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think it leans into it because it is supposed to be uncomfortable. You are supposed to feel bad. And then when you find out things later... We're spoiling it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When you find out he could have stopped it...
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole time... He could have done anything at any point...
Yep.
If he just stepped off...
Yep.
Then nothing would happen. Like, if she went behind the rock and he was, like... gonna be a hero or whatever, you know, because, like, not even through, like like, he's still, like, obviously it fucked him up and he was so guilty, not even through, like, literally watching what was happening to her would he step off.
Yep.
Even if it was just gonna be him that was, because maybe they made it a point of being behind the rock as well to show that they would have both been safe.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have hurt her with the landmine.
Yep.
But not even on the off chance that that was fake was he going to go rescue her.
Yep. But he didn't know. He didn't know any better. Like, he thought 100% that this was a real
No, but
landmine.
that's going to eat his brain off.
Oh, yes, yeah. Okay, I get you.
Which, like, leads to... Like, that's why you've got to suffer through the whole movie, which, like, led him to the event at the end, which was arguably worse.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? Like, no one's happy here. This is a complete shit fuck down ending of an ending.
Yeah.
Which I love.
I get it, and I usually do like those movies as well, where nothing good happens in the end, but this one was just... It just hit me the wrong way, you know?
That's fair.
Like,
look, I was... Look, when he Russian rouletted that kid, I was like, Tim is not going to like this movie.
Yeah, because, like, yeah, the mum and the kid at the end of this movie, they...
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. They were victims times two. They got fucked over by that kid, and fucked over by their dad.
I'm like, yeah, they fucking cheated and whatever, but they didn't deserve it either. Especially not from him. He had nothing to do with it.
No, that's what I mean. Like, two wrongs don't make a right.
I also want to know what happened to the other cunt.
Well, okay, here's the thing. The first time I watched this, I swear to God, I remember that there was, like, an after credit scene of the dude coming back to see, like, how they all are. And seeing that they were gone, I was like, oh, what's happened? And I swear, and it wasn't in the copy that I saw, but I swear this is what happened, that he turns to walk away, steps on a real landmine, and boom.
That's funny.
Maybe I'm imagining it, but I swear I saw that.
I wonder if there's a landmine goes click plot summary, but yeah, that would. I honestly fast forward to the end, like I went through the credits and stuff.
So did I.
For a stinger,
because I was waiting for it. I'm like, oh, at least I got that fun part to watch, and nothing. I'm like, did I imagine that? Like, was that actually a thing, or maybe I dreamt it?
Maybe he dreamt up a more positive ending.
Okay, so
somewhat.
So look, it sounds like I'm shitting on this movie. I'm not. Here's where I come in with the positives. I can say that this movie is really well made. I can. Like, a lot of the camera shots are really well done. The opening scene, where it starts off with, like, the model of, like... It looks like a model of, like, this country and this town. And then it turns into a live-action shot. I thought that was great. I love that. That was really cool. And this movie, like, the whole movie had some really cool ideas with cinematography. And the film as a whole looks great. It does. Like, a lot of the shots look really, really cool. The acting was really good. It was really believable.
Yeah.
I believed all these performances.
Like I said, yeah, I was hooked.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I believed all these performances, which probably made this movie worse for me.
Yeah.
Like, I hated who I was meant to hate. I was rooting for who I was meant to root for. And, yeah, like, you can't fault the acting alone. Like, I'm not going to say it's, like, Kathy Bates from Misery level or anything like that. But,
no.
But, like, they all did a really good job of their performances. And I will say that, yes, this movie did keep me invested. I wasn't bored at all. I mean, I did fall asleep during it, but that was because I watched it really late. That's my own fault, not the movie's fault. But it's just the story and everything about it that I just could not get behind. But overall, like, this is a well-made film, and it will be one that I think people will enjoy. It just didn't hit me. It just made me feel gross. I felt like I had to have a shower afterwards.
Yeah, also they killed the dog.
I don't care about that. Yeah. I mean, what more can you say about this movie? Like,
look, I ain't got, like, it's a pretty simple plot sort of thing. I mean, there's twists and turns and stuff, but, like, it's not complicated. Like, there's not a lot of threads to it.
No, it's not.
But, I think that was to the movie's benefit. Yeah, it is hard. It does pay, like, honestly, I generally think people are, on the whole, better than this. Like, it's a pretty nihilistic view of everybody. But it was something I hadn't seen before, and I was, like, hooked into it. So I super enjoy a fucked up movie.
I get it, man.
You know me, man. Remember when we did our fucking movie marathon shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, I just tortured everyone while movies are on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because you're a sadistic fuck.
Yeah.
You're a sadist.
Sadist. So when they, like, do fucked up shit in a movie...
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like, honestly, like, coming out of this movie when I first watched it, I was like, nah, fuck this movie. Like, now thinking about it, I can appreciate the story of how, like, for a rape revenge movie, this one really did work well. Like, how they managed to get from A to B. There was no real plot holes or anything like that. It was all actually well written.
Yeah.
But it's just too much for me. And, like, don't get me wrong, I love fucked up shit. I mean, The Sadness from this year is, like, probably my number one film of the year. Like, I love fucked up shit.
That had lots of stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, put a dick in your eye socket, but...
Call me Charlie.
But... And I mean, it's funny because that movie has heaps of rape in it. But this one just...
Hit different because it was too real, sort of thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so. Yeah, man, I don't really think there's anything more I could say about this movie. I do think it's well worth a watch. I will give it that. And I think most people...
I mean, I guess trigger warning.
Definitely. Yeah.
Also, landmine trigger warning.
But yeah, I'm after I finish this, I'm going to actually search up the bowels of the internet and try and find that if that last little bit is real or I just dreamt it.
I found the thing with plot, and it just
it just fades to black after the last shot. Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I am. Maybe I did just dream about it. Because, I mean, like, if you did have that part, it would kind of take away from the rest of the movie.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be, like, fucked up. Like, he was getting, like, so worked up about it, and so worked up playing the revenge game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With Ilya. Like, that... He didn't think of the consequences of actually playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he thought he was just gonna fucking embarrass her and whatever, and, like, I think he was maybe planning to kill Ilya, but, like, it didn't really sink in that he fucking murdered a kid.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? So...
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, overall... Oh, actually, let me just see here. Its budget, according to IMDb, is $1 million US. Estimated. But that's pretty good if that's real.
Yeah.
$1 million budget. I'd like to know what the box office. I wonder if we can find that.
No idea.
Well, you go. Give me your final thoughts and a score out of 10.
Sure. I super enjoyed this movie. Again, it's fucked up. Beautiful shot. Mm-hmm. Great acting. Nice, cohesive, straightforward story. And yeah, just a good time for me. In the sense that it was a bad time. Yeah. But 8 out of 10.
Holy shit.
It was a movie, man. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
All right. Well, there we go.
It's hectic. Like, I'm not gonna watch it and, like, you know, paint a rainbow after or anything.
Mm.
So, but
would you ever watch this again?
I don't know, because I think it's like a one and done kind of experience, right? Like,
yeah,
where it's just like,
yeah,
okay, well that happened. I'm probably good, unless we had to watch it again for something else. Like, unless I was made to watch it again, like you were, I probably wouldn't.
Yep.
But for I don't think I'll have as much fun with it, knowing what I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was in for the fucking ride.
It definitely is one of those movies where it would lose its effect on rewatch.
Yeah, because I was like, is it? Isn't it? What's he doing? What's she doing? Is this gonna work? Isn't it gonna work?
Yep.
Fuck, what's he gonna do next? Is he gonna leave him alone? Is he gonna let him go? Fucking whatever.
Yep.
That whole, like, up to him getting knocked off the landmine thing was exhilarating for me. I was in. Like, it was just one of those movies where I was in the right mood, right headspace. Mm-hmm. Like, fully focusing, not playing on my phone too much, because I was just interested.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. For me, yeah, like this one, obviously I'm coming in with the lowest score. But that's not
fine.
Saying that I think this movie's bad. As I said before, it's definitely worth a watch. And I think most people will probably be in your camp more than they are mine. So
it's pretty spread, man.
Yeah, it really depends. Where you stand on the whole rape revenge type of movies. But for me, I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. So yeah. I appreciate this movie, but I don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, that is it for Landmine Goes Quick. Heather, I hope we did a decent job of your favorite movie of all time. So we're going to take a small break, and we'll be back to talk about The Black Phone and Luffy's special little discussion on crimes of the future.
Ring ring, cunts.
You're listening to the Horror for Dummies podcast, the dumbest horror podcast out there. Become one of the elite by joining our Patreon page. Or dress like a superstar with the official Horror for Dummies shirts available at redbubble.com. Thanks for listening. Now it's time for our raw review.
We have now gone raw, and we're talking about the newest film that most people have seen, especially if you're from America and Canada and every other place
Came
in
out
the
4
world.
years ago.
Yeah, but it's new to us, goddammit. I think it's just... It's did you see this at cinemas?
I think. Yeah.
Yep. So we're talking about a movie called The Black Phone. So this one stars Mason Thames as Finley. Oh, sorry, Finney. Madeline McGraw as Gwen. Ethan Hawke as the Grabber. Jeremy Davis as Terrence. A few other people. James Ranson as Max. Yeah, a few people here and there. This is directed by Scott Derrickson, who has also done other things such as Sinister. He did Deliver Us from Evil. He did The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I really liked. And then he did Doctor Strange as well.
Nice.
So, the story of this is, after being abducted by a child killer and locked in a soundproof basement, a 13-year-old boy starts receiving calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's previous victims. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to say too much more about it. So, okay. The Black Phone. So, I'll just quickly start out, the trailers of this movie came out earlier this year, and a lot of people were pretty excited for this movie. I'm going to be honest, man. This movie didn't excite me. It didn't grab me.
Really? I was super excited for this movie.
Wow, okay. This might be a fun conversation then. Yeah, so it didn't grab me at all, but the reviews started to come in, and I heard a lot of people mention Best Film of the Year. So I admit I got a little more excited for this film.
Did you?
So you obviously said you were excited for this film.
I was excited.
All right. Well, who wants to go first? I said my first thoughts on Landmine, so you go first. What did you think about The Black Phone?
I fucking loved it.
Knew it.
I fucking loved it. I think maybe it's some more of your true crime hate and bullshit, but like this was like a super 70s ass serial killer fucking movie for me. Like, I loved the spooky aspect. I loved the fucking Ethan Hawke, man. Fucking terrifying. Scared the shit out of me, man. Like, and you know, real tears, which look isn't always the hardest with me, but like I was, you know, I got goosebumps. I was like genuinely scared for the kid. I liked the mystery of it sort of unraveling and shit like that. There's maybe a couple of little weird things right at the end, but like honestly overall it was a fantastic sort of like serial killer-ish movie.
Yeah, child abduction.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
there was like some definite like there's some jump scares in this for sure.
I mean, like 2
at the cinema. There was one where like literally everybody like made a noise and jumped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun.
How packed was your cinema?
Bonnie like hit me. It was more packed than I thought it'd be. It was about half full.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Yeah, for a late session too. It was pretty like.
Oh, that's good. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah, more than I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, this is just like I don't know, right up my alley. Just gave me like mad fucking Ramirez kind of 70s ass serial killer vibes.
Yeah.
You know, and I loved all the mask stuff, all that shit. Like, I'm trying to not spoil.
As well. Yeah, don't spoil.
Because I think people should really watch it. If you like kind of the 70s motif, sort of true crimey serial killer shit, I think this is right up your alley.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And with just, a touch of spookiness.
A little bit.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so you loved it. That's good.
Yep.
I liked this film.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. So the first 20 minutes, I was pretty into this film, right? It's set in the 70s. It looks well made. They mentioned Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Cool. You've got me interested. I'm there. Let's do this. But as the film played out, I honestly started to lose a bit of interest. And then when the credits rolled, I was a little disappointed with it. I'll admit straight up, man, that fucking hype machine got me. That goddamn hype machine. You know what pisses me off, man? And you can say I do this. You can say I do this to myself, but honestly, no, because okay, I can shut off Facebook until I fucking see this movie, but because I do this podcast, I need all the fucking horror news and everything coming out to see what's up. But with fucking Australia being 2 years behind everyone, Nope, for example, Jordan Peele's Nope. Most people have already seen that. No, hasn't come out here in Australia yet. We have to wait 2 more fucking weeks for that shit.
It's fucking bullshit.
It pisses me off, man, because then I hear people's thoughts and I'm like, oh, I expect something, and then when it doesn't deliver for me, I'm like, it's fine. But okay, this was just another simple horror film that, for me, really does nothing explosive. I was left with a lot of unanswered questions, which is something I fucking hate in films. For example, what were the grabber's motives? What's the whole deal with the supernatural side plot, all that stuff?
I think he was just a naughty boy too.
Yeah, fine, I guess you can go off that. This movie just had some plot holes that should not been left. This movie, on the plus side, this movie wasn't entirely disappointing, as the subject matter somewhat disturbed me. But it kind of in a better way, compared to Landmine Goes... This is actually a good pairing with Landmine Goes Quick, because they're both disturbing to me.
Too.
But I think this movie was more... You could tell this movie was more of a movie where Landmine Goes Quick felt too real for me, if that makes sense. The whole kid abduction story just got under my skin, and I was left feeling a little stressed and sad for certain characters in this film, because I did like the majority of these kids.
Because, you as a pissed up deadbeat dad would have, really identified with some of the characters and stuff.
Thanks, dickhead.
Yeah, that's okay.
Call me a deadbeat dad, you fuck. Once again, I'm gonna sit here and say that this movie is really, really well made. I feel like I'm playing the same fucking soundtrack, but the performances in this are really, really great. All the kids do such a good job. The soundtrack is fucking awesome.
Dude, that little girl is fucking baller.
Oh, dude. When I first saw that little girl, I'm like, oh, that's like a Gorman level vibes. Is Luffy gonna hate this movie?
No, she's not. She's interesting, and she's a boss. She's not an annoying little prat.
Psycho Gorman's girl was a little boss as well. She was full Sasha Banks.
Not. She was. Terrible.
It was not terrible. That was a good joke. Just because you didn't think of it, you think it's terrible.
Terrible.
Whatever, Mushroom, you fun guy.
Fucking. Now I've lost my fucking train of thought.
Good. Fucking neck yourself. That's what you get for calling me a deadbeat dad, you fuck.
Hey, you said I'm not allowed to make fun of your kids.
Oh, so you just go right for the jugular and say that I'm a bad dad.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm gonna ask that. That's gonna be the new question of the week. Am I a bad dad?
Is Tim a bad dad?
It's gonna be a poll question.
Thumbs up or thumbs down.
I will say this. After this movie mentioned Texas Chainsaw Massacre so many times, after it was all done, I just wanted to go and watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like, yeah, movie's fine.
I want to watch Enter the Dragon.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's so good.
I honestly don't think this movie's going to make my top 10. I know that you're going to probably say it's your number one, whatever.
Let me see.
Actually, no, nothing's beaten the fucking Foo Fighters movie for you.
Literally.
That's shocking. Yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah, this movie had, like, I don't know. I think it was just a story of how everything happened in the end. I'm just like, I was left just feeling, yeah, okay. Like, if I went and saw it at the cinemas, I wouldn't be mad that I paid for it, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I gotta go buy another ticket straight away, or anything like that. It's there. It's a horror movie that is just gonna be on my list. It may make my top 30, my top 31.
Okay.
So yeah, that's saying something. But yeah, overall, like, I don't know. I thought it was a little lackluster, just a little bit. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. Where did I put it?
What are you doing?
Doing my list.
Oh, fucking hell. Let's do that after the show. Talk about this movie.
Oh, what do you want to know?
Well,
I can't say anything else without spoiling it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Okay. It is great. Yeah, that scene where the kid... I will just say that one scene where the kid is being interrogated by the cops. And she calls them... What does she call them? Like a fucking fart munchers or something like that?
Yeah.
I like legitimately spat out my coffee when that happened. That was great.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
She's a fucking boss, man.
Yeah. Sasha Banks.
Worst. Yeah, she's really good. Like when things at the end, I was like,
Really? You were crying?
yeah,
Wow, you're such a pussy.
yeah, I know.
What did you think about the guy's mask? And we can say that because it's in the fucking trailer.
I loved the guy's mask.
Mate-
I loved the different Ethans you'd get in each mask.
Yeah.
As well. So different.
I like that mask is made by Tom Savini. Apparently.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know, like, this movie didn't creep me out really at all.
Really? I was creepy.
Like the jump scare that you're referring to, like, it got me like a tiny bit. I didn't like fall through my laptop or anything like that, but
It was the one where you first see something.
yes, I know that's the
okay.
the one that I'm.
Because it was sort of too, like, with that hangy thing, but as well. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, this movie just. I'm really disappointed. This is probably another fucking movie that I'm gonna have to rewatch at the end of the year to try and get. It's like on there with The Cursed and Studio 666 that I have to rewatch to really see if it will come into play for me. You know,
Okay.
So yeah. I don't know. We can't really talk too much about this movie without spoilers, and
No.
I don't really want to go into spoilers for this movie because
Nah, it's pretty new. I feel like it's a movie that should be... It's going to be a movie of 2022.
yeah, I think this will be a movie that makes lists, a lot of lists. I honestly don't think it will make mine. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy this movie. I did. It just didn't hit me as much as I wanted it to, like everyone else. It's there. It's there. And like in years to come, when like I go back and like what movies came out in 2022, and you go to Google and you search up and you see the list of different movies, this is going to be up there with Halloween Ends and Nope and all those other ones. It's going to be one of the main titles. So
Yeah.
and I'm going to look at it and go, oh yeah, that happened.
Do you want my score?
Yeah, let's go to scores. What did you give it out of 10?
I gave it a 9.
Fucking hell, wow.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I'm coming in with a 7. Just a
7?
straight Zim.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no,
Straight Zim?
Yeah, like I liked
Zim
it.
plus or is it minus?
Yeah, it's just
You never get upset.
an even Zim.
Even Zim.
Yeah,
we're going to have to deal with him.
Fine, a Zim minus.
Thank you.
Yes, a 7 whatever. That's a 7 out of 10 for me. It is a movie I enjoyed. Will I watch it again? Yes. At the end of this year to see if maybe my thoughts turn out differently. But it didn't hit me like X did. Like The Sadness did. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre did. It didn't grab me like those. And people
so
are
funny.
probably fucking screaming right now going, "What? You didn't like this as much as you liked the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre? How dare you?" And they do like full Vince McMahon and tell me that I'm fired.
You got no chance.
So the Black Phone, overall, we both suggest...
Yeah.
We both suggest that you go and check it out. But I think most people are going to like it more than me. So, yeah, that's the Black Phone there. Luffy, it's time for you to talk about the new David Cronenberg film, Crimes of the Future. Now, I did review this movie on episode 207 or something like that, where it was just me listing off different movies. So I'm not really going to talk too much about my thoughts. I'm going to let Luffy just take the reins and tell us his thoughts. I'm really curious because you are a fan. Straight up, I didn't like it, really at all.
Okay.
But I'm curious to see where you stand because you are a David Cronenberg fan where I'm not really, and you love body horror. So I'm curious to see where you stand with this movie. So take it and run.
You want me to just give it a score? You want me to talk about it? What do you want?
No, talk about it, man. Tell me your thoughts, everything.
Talk about it?
Go. Do it.
This is weird. This one's a weird one.
I mean, that's all Cronenberg's films, besides The Fly.
It is, but like the bed and the chair and it was weird.
Yeah.
It was, I liked, but I liked it. I
Fucking knew you would.
There was lots of shit going on. It was confusing as shit. I want to watch it again. I want to watch some YouTube videos on it and stuff, and then also rewatch it again so I can figure out what the fuck was happening. But I think I sort of get it. But I don't want to spoil it too much, but I liked the whole pain-free future and the surgery being what it is in this world. Mm-hmm. It was gory and horny and odd and had lots of little strings, like maybe too many strings. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but the visuals were weird, like interesting, and it just felt like they just threw a bunch of money at him. A bunch of actors wanted to work with him, and he just went for it.
Yep.
And I dug it. That, like, I'm trying not to spoil it as well. I don't know if we're spoiling.
Try not to. It's still new.
I also think that this might be on people's best ofs.
I'm curious to see if it is. I think this movie will be torn because I've actually heard nothing good. Honestly,
I don't think it got really promoted very much, right? Like,
no, but I mean, from people,
it was actually hard to find.
Yeah, but I mean, like, actual, like, other podcasters that are Cronenberg fans didn't like this movie that I've listened to.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the kind of sci-fi vibes of it too. You know. I like alternate world stories. Always fucking interesting to me, especially if they like it's a bleak picture of where things could go, sort of thing.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. It's like one of those alternate realities.
I'm just gonna sit here and just say, yep. I didn't get this movie at all. It lost me. I think the best thing about this movie for me was Kirsten Stewart, which is strange. She actually really did.
Yeah, she was really good in it.
Yeah. She
was so horny.
Yes,
everyone was so horny in this.
Uh-huh.
It was great.
Yeah. What would you give it out of 10?
I gave it an 8.
Holy shit.
Being very generous this week.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Like,
I don't know. I just enjoyed my week at the movies.
I gotta pick up my game. Try and
why? You don't have to. You don't have to like stuff.
But I feel like Rob hungry right now. Love you, Rob.
You big negative Nancy.
No, he's not negative. He likes what he likes, and he doesn't like what he doesn't like. It's all good.
I'm just saying, man. I like fucked up shit and weird fucking sci-fi chairs and surgery fucking.
Surgery fucking. Yeah, I don't know. This movie just did nothing for me. I just thought it was weird. It was just. But I'm not a Cronenberg fan. Like, I've seen, like, besides The Fly is the only one I really like. I didn't like Videodrome.
Okay.
What's his
Scanners? The Scanners?
Scanners I didn't like either.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of Scanners. Besides the whole exploding head scene. Yeah, like, the whole movie, I was just like, I don't care. And
I'm trying to think what else Cronenberg's done. But
like, he did Rabid, he did Shivers.
Yeah.
He's done. I know he's done others, but I haven't seen either of those movies because I don't know. I just feel burnt from. Like, Cronenberg's my least favorite director of all because I just don't get his movies. I don't find them interesting.
Did you like Possessor?
That was his son.
Yeah, his son's one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
did you like that one?
I liked it, but I would never rewatch it. I'd be like,
oh, I loved it. I actually can't wait to rewatch it. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, that was like your number one, wasn't it?
It was in my top 10, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it landed, but it was somewhere in there. Top 5, maybe even.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See, yeah, I don't know. He's just not a director for me. But that's just me. I know people do like his stuff, but yeah, not me. The only thing I really like Cronenberg in is Jason X. Yeah. Yeah, so you gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm halving your score. I gave it a 4 out of 10.
Dang, you really didn't like it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was not a fan of it at all.
You are mad hungry this week.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, all right. Do you have anything more to say about any movie you watched this week? Just to wrap it up.
I don't think so, man. It's been excellent at the movies and stuff. Like, super enjoyed Black Phone, Landmine, and this motherfucker, and then Jurassic Park was also there, which is like not where I would have. Look, I gave the benefit of the doubt being dumb movies and shit, but you know,
yeah,
that was a real dumb one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What would you say? Jurassic Park Dominion's the least your least favorite?
I haven't liked 3 more than this, and I know people give 3 shit, but
yeah,
3 was good.
Yeah, I liked Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah,
like, it was dumb at times, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. All right, well, I guess we're done. Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Cool. All right, well, that wraps up this week's episode of Horror for Dummies. We want to thank each and every one of you for listening and checking us out. We are proud members of the Padded Room Podcast Network.
Oh, fuck.
There we go.
That was a weak one.
And you can find us on there, as well as Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, and many, many more places. Basically, anywhere you can. I think YouTube's the only place we don't do because I can't be bothered. We have a Patreon page open and running. If you want to join, it's only a small monthly fee, and you can cancel at any time. We just recorded our newest Schwarzenegger for Dummies episode where we review the movie.
Sure did.
We removed the movie Commando. So if you want to hear our thoughts on Commando, check us out. And we've got heaps of other horror-related goodness on there. I'm going to be posting another episode of the Super Happy Fun Time Magical Explosion Show, where I discuss new movies coming out soon. So, yeah, it's all good fun over there. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Horror for Dummies. And I want to thank Heather Powell, once again, our good friend, our good pal. That's sticking now. I fucking love it. For being a Patreon and picking these movies. Well, Landmine. That one. So, yeah. On to next week. Oh, what are we doing next week? We got another Patreon pick episode. And this time,
tell me.
This time, we are starting a franchise. You ready?
We're doing a whole franchise?
Yep. Over a few weeks, not like in one episode.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You ready for this?
No.
We're going to be discussing the Phantasm franchise.
Phantasm?
Yep. A movie, I've only seen the first one, and I wasn't a fan. But, you know, because our good friend Randy Blanford asked for it, we're doing it, okay? So we're going to be covering the entire Phantasm franchise over the next few weeks. And
I didn't even know it was a franchise.
Yeah, there's like a few. I think there's like 6.
Do we get to watch Mask of the Phantasm?
That's not... What? What do you want about?
The Batman one.
Oh, fuck off. We are not ever reviewing Batman on this show.
That's one of my... You said we're doing all the Phantasm movies.
Yeah. With the tall...
That's one of them.
With the tall man.
He's pretty tall.
No, shut up. And on our Raw review, we're going to be looking at the newest shark movie, The Reef, Stalked. Yep.
What?
Yeah, remember The Reef?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a second one.
Why?
I don't know, because money.
Is Blake Lively in it?
No, that's The Shallows you're thinking of.
Oh, what's The Reef?
The Reef is the Australian one, where they go out in a boat, the boat capsizes. It's a shark movie, okay? Just go with it. It's going to be on Shudder. So,
do you reckon it's a monster movie?
Yes, I do.
Not a creature feature?
Here's the thing with Jaws being a monster movie, and all shark movies are monster movies. Sharks don't act like that in real life, what they do in film. So people that are going, oh, it's just a shark movie. No, it's not, because that's not how sharks really work. So fuck you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it's not. Sharks don't just keep hunting people. That's not how sharks work.
Yeah, they do. That's why they always eat people.
Oh, yeah. Yep. How many shark attacks have you heard about this year?
1 million.
Do you think that school shooters are monsters?
They're not nice.
Fuck off. Alright, so join us next week for Horror for Dummies, where we review Phantasm, the original, and The Reef.
1979.
Very good. And The Reef Stalked. Until then, this has been Tim and Luffy, Mushroom, and we are saying goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Hey, stay safe out there.
Yeah. Don't get attacked by monster sharks. Dip!
Madrid to Calabasas. Tijuana, Mexico, through the devils in Tokyo. Say they know me though, cause I'll be putting in work. Commit my life to rebirth. Well respected, cause that's my word. And I'm sure you heard about a new sound gone round. She might have left my hood, but she was born in my town. You didn't know how we was still on the scene. It's alright, it's alright. I know you know I see you smiling at me. It's alright, it's alright. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say we rep the south. So what you talking about? I'm not running out my mouth. I know this without a doubt. Cause if you know these streets, then these streets know you. And when it's time to handle business, then we know what to do. Me and my crew, we stay true. Old school and new. Many will call, but the chosen the few. We rise to the top. What you want, just in case you forgot. Rush the stage, grab my mic, show me what you got. You didn't know how we was doing the scene. It's alright, it's alright. I know you know I see you smiling at me. It's alright, it's alright. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes I'll take your best shot. 'Cause now you got